I got 2 stacks here. And these are books that I would like to read this year. Now, if I don't read it, it's cool. It is what it is. But I am making it a goal to try and read these. Because I am a serious mood reader. Now, the 2 stacks, they do range into like different genres and stuff. So we got some thrillers, we have romance, we have some sci-fi, some dystopian. So I got a good range because I'm a mood reader. Some of these authors, I've never read anything from them, so it'll be nice to see what this author, brings to the table for me as a reader, because reading is subjective and everybody is entitled to their opinion. So we're going to jump right into it, and we're going to start off with Sing Me to Sleep by Gabby Burton. This is a siren story. I love a good siren story. I will eat up a siren story. Anytime, any day. I actually read a siren series last year and the author's name is Jessica Cage. I ate that series down. And then I also read Skin of the Sea, and that's by Natasha Bowen. Ate that series, or not, I shouldn't say series, because I do have the other book on here, but I did read the first book in the series. I loved it. And it brought something different to the table. So I'm very excited to read this one, and we're going to see what we'll be getting into with Miss Gabby. Then next up, we have a classic. We have Parable of the Sower, and then we have Parable of the Talents. Now, with these books, and this is by Octavia Butler, so if you know, you know. Now, these will be my first ever reads by her. And with these books, what I am looking to do is set up a buddy read on Storygraph, and I'll make it public. I'm wanting to read these books like either spring or summer of this year, when I can go outside and read. I want to read these at the park, or I want to read it in my backyard, but I want to be able to read outside comfortably, because it's freezing cold. So I want to read comfortably. So I'm going to set this up, and I'm probably shooting for probably like a May. I feel like May would be the time to actually read this, because by that time it shouldn't be raining too much at that point. And then we're going to go into, I don't know what the series is called, but it is 3 books within this series by Kennedy Ryan. And it starts with The Kingmaker. And then it goes into The Rebel King. And then the last one is Queen Move. I don't really know too much of what this series is about. I've just always wanted to read it, so why not put it on the list for this year. And then next up, we have a gothic fantasy series, One Dark Window, and then Two Twisted Crowns. Now, reviews have been wishy-washy with this, and I'm the type of reader that I'm going to read it for myself and come to a consensus on how I feel about it. So, we're going to get into this. I will be, with a lot of these books, doing immersive reading, which just means I'll read follow along in the physical book while I listen to the audio. And then we're going to go ahead and finish it out. So I already read Skin of the Sea, but I read it last year. So Soul of the Deep is the second book in the series. Not that long, so this might be a summer read for me also. Very excited to read this. The cover is just simply amazing. You probably can't see it too well, but the first cover was just so beautiful. And then we have House of Frank by Kay Sinclair. This one, I don't really know the genre that this, it says fantasy, but I feel like it has some other genres that might be included within it. So I'm very excited to read this one also. I really haven't read the blurb too much, but it just says a warm and hopeful story of a lonely witch consumed by grief who discovers a whimsical cast of characters in a magical arboretum. Arboretum. I think I said that right. But I cannot wait to read this one also. And then we have this one. Now, this one, I ain't never seen nobody talk about it. So, I'll be curious if I start to actually see the algorithm change and this starts to pop up. But it's called We Don't Swim Here by Vincent Torrado. And this one says, Anais knows the rules, keep everyone in Hillwoods safe. Her cousin is intent on breaking them. And then on the front it says, she is the reason no one goes in the water, and she will make them pay. Hey, I like a good revenge story. And I think this one is a thriller, or it could be horror, or like a mix. I don't really know. I just wanted to get it because I like the cover, and then when I read the blurb, I was like, ooh. That sounds nice. So, I'm going to read that one, or I want to. And then, Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. And this one, I will probably be reading in the summer. I think summer vibes for this one. I just don't want to read this one right now because it's cold. It's freezing cold outside. And then I'm going to be mad after I finish reading it, and it's still winter. So, definitely want to read that one. I want to get into LaSalle Sandberry's Blood Like Magic series. And then the second one, Blood Like Fate. So I do want to read this one. This deals with, I think it's like a coming of age. It's a science fiction and fantasy, I think, read. So it has magical elements and everything to it. So, and some ancestral vibes to it. So very excited to read this one. I've had this one for quite some time on my shelf. For some reason, I just can't find the right time to read it. Yes, I'm that type of person. I gotta read it on a certain time. And then Witches Steeped in Gold. There is a second book, I believe, to this series. Yes, Empress Crowned in Red. Every time I try and buy that book, I can never find it because I want to just get it right then and there. I don't want to order it, if that makes sense. So, gonna finally read this one. I've had this one on my shelf for a few years too. So, I want to get into this one. And then, Phoenix and Giovanni by Rayona Lovely Wilson. Now, let's check out the cover. Beautiful cover. And then look at the pages. These pages are just simply gorgeous. They're gorgeous. It's like space. So, want to read this one. Now, with Rayona, she be writing some stories that jerks emotion out of you. You gonna get emotional about the book. So, very excited to read this one. And then, last but not least, we have another Kennedy Ryan series. This is the Forever series. So, I believe I have this in the correct order. When You Are Mine. And then, you have Loving You Always. These colors. I just love the color combo. Be Mine Forever. And then, Until I'm Yours. I think this is the thickest one out of all of them. So, I want to get into those. So, I guess 2 Kennedy Ryan series for the year. And I'm fine with that. But, yes. Want to get into this. I don't know what this one's about. The series. I don't know. I'm going on pure vibes. But, those are the books that I want to make an effort into reading for 2025 before the year ends. Let me know if there's any books that you are trying to read before 2025 ends. Let me know in the comments. And again, thank you for watching. See you later.